G'day guys, today's tutorial we're going to do a composite with this girl inside this barrel. First thing we're going to do is get the girl picture, select all, copy, put it into the barrel, and because she's quite small in size, that's okay. We're just going to use the transformation tool to make it bigger. We're going to go in. Now the background one, I've already unlocked it, so I'm just going to bring that down a bit. Not going to use the whole entire thing. So with the girl, now we've got the barrel on a bit of an angle here, which is quite unique. So that works out well. Now the girl, we're going to put her about there. Turn the opacity down. So I want to have it so that she's straight but the barrel's not. So the waterline's going to be there. That's going to work well. Yep. Okay, what I'm going to do first, I'm going to use the pen tool. The pen tool, I'm going to go from here to there, click, like that, click, 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 right click, make selection, yes, and delete. I'm going to go from the top here to there, click in the middle, holding the command key, like that, that's good, go there, click in the middle, command key, yep, same, click in the middle, command key, it's there, just move it like that, and let's say to there. Now I want to give it to there, like that, that looks good, click up that, yep, and all the way back to here, and to there, back to it again. Right click it, make selection, OK, and delete. I'm just going to zoom out, and I'm just going to go around here, delete this section, put the opacity back up. Now obviously we're going to go around her as well and get rid of her as well. We'll do that later. All we want is the water around her and the barrel at this stage. Now I'm just going to go around here really carefully. Now if I use the lasso tool, a lot of people go, oh, you should be using the lasso tool for this. Unfortunately, we've used the pen tool, and the pen tool doesn't really give you a sharp, definite edge. See, like that there. Now, if I use the lasso tool and delete, look how sharp it is compared to that. So it's just not going to work properly. So I'm going to get the eraser tool, or okay, a lot of people like this idea. Go mask and use the paintbrush tool. We'll use the paintbrush tool. Here we go. And make sure we got black selected, and you've got the actual mask on the top right here. Now the good thing is with masks, if I make a mistake, go back to white, it reveals it comes back. So that's the good thing about masks, which is pretty good. Now I'm just doing strokes as I'm going here, little strokes as I go, little dab, 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 dab. So if you're using a mouse, which I hope you're not, but if you are using a mouse, it's going to be a lot easier for you if you use a mask. Now, this image of the girl I downloaded off the internet for free, and I'll put the links below where I've got the image from. And I'll just keep on going up this. Right. Now I'm just going to go around her. I'm going to go really quick now because this is very time consuming. Okay guys, now we're back to there. We've got all that done. Now I'm just going to remove that little part there because it's like the sunlight behind her. Actually, I might even just get rid of that piece of hair. I mean, for tutorial purposes, you know, it's not for a magazine or anything like this, so I'm not going to worry. I mean, if a nice professional look at it, they go, where did that hair come from? So we're not going to go there. Now, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to use Photoshop's wonderful little trick here, just with the thing itself. Now, I'm just pretty good because it's dark and it's got a sharp outline, so I can select this subject here. So go select subject. That'll select the subject, hopefully, and it won't select that pole or anything else. Yes, copy and paste, or else you could just use mask. A lot of people like masks, don't they? I'm going to use a mask anyway. Alright, and we just go along like this, and we don't have to do the background there because she's going to be there. I'm just going to go very roughly around these edges like this, just draw them in, and very quickly. I mean, it's very rough. Look at the edges. It's not the best. But anyway, you get the message. You know what we're doing here. And just go around like this, down like that. And basically, that section there, I'm going to remove. So I'll put her back on. We've got them both together. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold down the command key, click 1, 2, click them both, and hit G. That turns them into a group. Right click that and merge group on the bottom. Now that's an image. Right, so I can go select all, copy, and go straight into the background and paste. And right, so let's go to, so no longer have the mask, so I'm just going to go straight back to the eraser tool and just erase around there, bits and pieces, whatever I need. Just go right around this. I can even just go for the magic eraser tool and just eliminate if there's anything around it that we don't need. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out. And let's see, I'm going to put her roughly something like that. I want to have this last bit there. We don't want to have the bottom part. Because if we have the bottom part in this image, it's just going to be so small. Look at that. And you can't even see her. Yeah. So she is the main key subject here in this thing. So what I'm going to use the, I hate when it does that. Hold down and go for the magic eraser tool, which is the bottom one. Hit the bottom, 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 bottom. Now I've got the opacity, the tolerance here for the eraser tool down to 30. That way it's good just in case you have any issues, like you've gone over something when you're eliminating stuff. Okay, now what I'm going to do, very gently, I'm just going to go around the image like this and get rid of all these black outlines. You can see them now. And just go around like that and around like that. Eliminate, get rid of it, delete, delete. Now, to make it so that I can, because our hand movement goes like that when we're moving, because we've got a hand on the tablet. So I'm going to hold in the R key and rotate the image. So it mimics the action of my hand, so it's a lot more natural. Okay, and just get the lasso tool and just go around that again. It's pretty rough this is, but anyway, it's just for tutorial purposes, so it's not for a magazine. Delete, hold in the R key and rotate the image back again. Okay, and zoom back out. And that's looking pretty good. Turn the other image back on the background. Just going to make sure we got looking good. That's a little bit weird actually, so it's just the way that the actual picture was taken. So I'm going to sample that and use the paintbrush, just a small paintbrush. I'm just going to dab that back in so it doesn't look so weird. I mean, you could use clone tool and do stuff like that. And I'll just sample that. Alright, that'll do us. I don't want to go too much detail there. Okay, that's good. Now that's the composite so far. With the background, I'm just going to make sure. Whoops, a bit too big. Take that down. Yep, that is good. Now, because the background's opacity and image itself quality is quite a lot of good contrast, and she hasn't. So we're just going to go up to image, adjustments, exposure, and just put the gamma correction up a bit, and you see it change like that. And it's a great way of touching up your images, making them look 10 times better. Instead of going to hue and saturations and all that type of stuff, you just keep on playing with this. I mean, that's looking awesome like that. Now that's messed up quite well. All right. Now, what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go to the background. I'm just going to get bits and pieces of the background itself. I'm just going to select it like that, copy, go to her picture, and paste. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make these so that they're flashed up type of thing, they're sitting up in the air, like as if the actual barrow is being pushed up through the ground type thing. So I'm just going to go around bits and pieces like this and zigzag all the way through. Edit, transform, and warp. I'm just going to warp it up like that, so it looks like it's pushed up. That's a tool, and then once you do that, especially if you use the lasso tool, any transformation tool, straight away it's blurred. Filter, sharpen, sharpen. We're back there again. Cool. So I'm just going to continue with little bits and pieces here, doing the same thing. Okay, edit, transformation, warp, something like that. Don't go too far with anything. Filter and sharpen. Now, if I was doing this for a magazine, obviously I'll be taking a lot more time doing this. Edit, transform, warp, and yeah, and sharpen. So it'd be a lot more in-depth detail if I was doing this for a paid job like a magazine or something like that. Yep, that's looking good. Looking great. Warp, up. Yep. That should do us at this stage. Put the opacity back up, and it looks a bit more natural like that. Now, take that off, put it back on, see what's going on here. Alright, I'm just going to eliminate that part there because it just doesn't look natural. Okay, edit, transform, warp, put it up like that, and sharpen. Alright, now that's looking better. Alright. Now, I mean, she's got a bit of a blur around her. That's normal. Go back to her image here. Make sure you get the small size, hardness, put it right down. I'm just going to go around softly, pressure sensitive of course, pressing down hard as I go around, and nice and soft, lightening off as I go around as well. Alright, now she's looking good. You can go into details and, I don't usually do this, but I'm going to do it on this one for argument's sake. I'm going to get the smudge tool, make sure it's nice and small, and see a hair there. I'm just going to go like this. It's bit more artistic, but not so much true Photoshop work here. It's a bit more like drawing and stuff like that. So I'm just continuing with the hair here, just mucking around with it. I'm just making it so that it works well with everything else. You know, there's bits and pieces of a hair here that are sticking out and they just didn't go anywhere. This gives a bit more natural look to the image. So I'm just going like this and the other way. Just strands of hair just coming off. Because when we did the actual mask, getting rid of the background, I left all this out. I just masked around the bulk of the hair, not the whole entire thing. So something like that. And remember that one there? Yeah. So not going to worry about it too much, but that's good. That gets a bit more of a realistic look to it, as you can see there. It looks a little bit more like, okay, but background has been removed. Okay, now the other thing we're going to do here is we're going to put a shadow in the actual image. A shadow of the actual barrel would be the perfect idea here. So we go to a new layer and use the lasso tool, and we're just going to go around with, let's see, shadow from her, or the light source is coming from this direction plus theirs, and the same as the actual barrel. I'm just going to go around and move the image over a bit. I'm just going to go around like semicircles, just around here, something like that, and then fill it with black. Because it's a new layer, and it's underneath this one because it's behind that. I'm just going to go take the opacity right down. That looks quite good like that. And blur it. Filter, blur, gauge, blur. And that looks good. It looks a little bit more realistic if we've got a shadow in the background there. So take that out and have a look. Now we don't want to get rid of that part there. So take her out of there, take that out. You can still see where the shadow is. So what we're going to do, we're just going to use the eraser tool, and we're just going to erase that part there, and use the lasso tool to get rid of the bulk. Right, that looks better. Now we can, I mean, I don't know, sometimes I do it, sometimes a lot of times I don't. Continue with the shadow for here. I'm just drawing this in because it's a lot quicker. You know, it's just the shadows from the ground that's being lifted up. That's all it is. I'm just adding them in there. I don't have to. It's one of those things. But it kind of adds to the reality of the whole thing. It looks a little bit more realistic this way. Okay. So it's looking good. Now, someone wanted me to do this. I don't want to, but I'll do it. That's basically the image at this stage, and that's the tutorial. Now, it can go into further detail here and do what a lot of people want. They want it dispersed, like, you know, some part of the image dispersed so it looks realistic. So what we're going to do, we're going to disperse. Right. We're going to get this one, and we're going to duplicate it. Duplicate layer. And we want the dispersed to go that way. So we're going to get the filter, liquefy, get a nice decent size in the liquefy, as you can see here. And you get the top one on the left, top one, and the big circle gives you an idea of the size. Up here on the top right, you've got the size, the adjustment. You can just change that. So I think we're going to go for a little bit more bigger. I think that'll do. And we'll just go like this. This is basically how you do dispersion effect. And a lot of people do this, and it works out quite well. It's a good effect. Right. Yeah. bottom layer, put it on top of that one. Get the eraser tool, or you can use the mask tool if you want. Use the black and white with the mask tool, and get a dispersion effect. Now you can download brushes from anywhere on the internet. Disintegration. I mean, if I click on there, you can't really see it because it's not big enough. See, disintegration is something like that, and it's quite, it's interesting. It's got big bits and small bits in it, so it is quite good. So I'll take off the bottom layer, leave that one on, and just see little bits and pieces around the edges, because that's basically with dispersion effects jobs like this. That's what you want to do. You want to get rid of that very fine line around the edge. Just get rid of that. That's the first thing you've got to do. Now, just going to go like this. Right. Pop, 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 pop. Yeah, sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? Okay, so we're nearly there. Nearly there. I'd say that's about there. And a little bit more as you go. Not too much. Right. Hang on, the background. Click on the background and do the same thing. That's there. And now we go for a bigger size brush. A bigger size brush. There. It's very time consuming, this is. I mean, all it is just dab, 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 dab. You just keep, it's not like dab anywhere you like. You got to keep on thinking, okay, you've got a part where it's really going to fit in, and this part's not going to fit in, and it's like, you can't use the one size for the whole entire image. It's just not going to work that way. As it gets closer to the real image, you're going to have to get smaller brush size. Now, go smaller. And this is very time consuming doing this. But anyway, a lot of people love it, and it's something that a lot of people like. And as with YouTube, there's all different types in the world that like all different things. Not everyone's the same, so we all like different things. So, yeah. And with YouTube, especially if you're doing tutorials, you just got to cater for it. You can't just do what you want to do yourself and say, no, that's how it's going to be, and that's how it should be, and that's it. That's what everyone should be like. Can't do that. All right. And now I'm just going to go for something different. What else have I got here? I downloaded a lot of these. Free water waves, free water this, free water. Okay, what's this one? No, it's a bit too. What is it? Oh, it's a smoke effect. No, we don't want that one. Explosions, no. Disintegration brushes. There's another one up here somewhere. Explosions, they're good. They're good brushes to get. Okay, chaos brush. Now this one is a bit too much. We go down a bit. Too much. We'll find it. We'll find one. Splatter. Splatter brushes are awesome. See how it's just taking out bits and pieces like that? It's great. And splatter looks good. It's very awesome. Alright. Now I'll take the size down. Just playing around with both sides of this. Now, sometimes if you go a bit too far, get the paintbrush tool, get on both top of those two layers, and continue with stuff like this. Splatter effect. A bit too much there, smaller. Yeah. Hair color, put the hair in there. I know it's very slow, but I'm sorry. I'm going to put a bit of black in there because it just gives a bit more contrast. And I might put that back like that. A bit of hair coming off as well. Alright. So that's basically it, guys. That is how you do dispersion with a composite. Thanks for watching. Cheers.